new state event, so we didn't really know what to expect, but you guys can at least see what the format looks like, get an idea of how things are going to function. 2 teams every day basically qualify through to the finals, which is an 8-team competition.
Yeah, if you're joining us for the first time today, we are at the offline stages where we did Group A yesterday. We got the top 2 teams from there. We'll get top 2 teams from today's group and tomorrow's Group C. And we'll have 6 teams in addition to the wildcard teams that will play on, I believe, Friday. Yeah, so they'll play there, and we'll get the top 2 teams from there. And the top 8 teams all together will play for that grand prize pool at the very last day on Saturday. And 200 million won, about 150,000 US dollars. Not so bad for a first amateur tournament.
Yeah, not bad at all. that's an amazing prize pool here, and you really want to be that first place. You know, the prize pool kind of falls off a cliff after that. You know, everybody gets some money for being here, which is nice. You know, at least qualifying in these kind of things. You can see that here are how the teams advanced to get here. This is not results from yesterday.
No.
This is how the teams were able to get to this event to begin with.
And we're looking at this graph now, and we see MCY, the team that was just as dominant as we could have even imagined for the first tournament we have for New State. They actually came in as a number 9 seed of the whole pack, and we are seeing some of the new teams here today. But really, if they were the 9th best team coming into the qualifiers, what can we expect from the other teams that we'll see today?
Yeah, I mean, I already saw some of the teams here, like Akangbo is the name of that. That's the team that's in Hangul in the Korean language. They were above them, and a few others there as well. So
TGS, another level. I think they were all above MCY as well.
Yeah, exactly. Joel, this is a really stacked group the next couple of 2 days. MCY Pro, of course, looked great yesterday, but now we've got teams that performed better in the qualifiers, in the open qualifiers to get here. Point system, maybe a little bit different if you're coming from, you know, regular PUBG esports here. We do have less teams, so the point matrix for the placements is a little bit lower. First place gets 5 points, second place gets 3 points, third place 2 points, 1 point for fourth, and every kill is worth 1 point. So what we're seeing here is a kill meta really evolve.
And really worked out for MCY yesterday, who were just feasting, and they were never full. I mean, you thought after you know, the 3rd plate and the 4th plate, you know, you'd be just settled and you'll be fine with just leaving the restaurant and just calling off your buffet there. But no, they never stopped.
They're the patron that
pressed on the brakes.
Buffet's fear, like the guest that comes in that you never want to see as an employee at a buffet because you know they're going to clean you out.
Yeah, and here we are. We don't know what to expect from all these teams. We have we have no data whatsoever as to how these teams will play. It was the same story yesterday, but we were fully surprised by some of the teams that really popped off. And I'm just really kind of not pointing out my fingers and see exactly what we're going to see today.
It's going to be really, really fun, you know, to see what, you know, we kind of had a meta evolve yesterday where teams were keen on getting in vehicles and driving at each other a little bit, but there was some compound crashes and some kind of gatekeeping, I guess, of the green flare guns. Of course, if you guys are, again, new, there is a mechanic in this game called the green flare gun, which allows you to bring the teammates back into the game, even if they've been killed. You know, if they were DBNO, the down but not out, and then they were killed, if you can get a green flare gun, you can bring them back.
Yeah, and it all comes from the drone store, a completely new mechanic here for New State, and you can buy the red flare gun. You guys are probably familiar with that if you come from PUBG. Get a very nice set of gear along with a very nice weapon. You can do that, but you can also get a green flare gun for the similar price. And this is usually more helpful in the end game when you've already lost 1 or 2 players. You want to bring them back. And with the drone crit, it's plenty in this VR Extreme mode, a more constricted version of the 8x8 Troy. You will see a lot of those green flare gun plays that we saw from yesterday probably happen once again today.
Absolutely. They're really powerful. A really cool and unique mechanic to New State that I personally love. I think it's a wonderful thing to have. A lot of great teams and players. Veronica 7, a newer esports organization, even though this is an amateur tournament.
Yeah.
Veronica 7 is a team, an organization, sort of, I guess, in Korea that was started towards the end of last year.
Definitely more established than some of the other really just publicly formed teams.
Exactly, right? They're like an up-and-coming org, I guess would be the way to put it, in Korea. They have a regular PUBG team that performed very well last year, so looking to kind of, you know, expand a little bit, and it makes a lot of sense. So my eyes are definitely on them.
Yeah, using their expertise that they had from previous PUBG experience with the team work chemistry. I'm sure we'll get to see a lot of that with these 4 players here. But yeah, Veronica 7, very interesting team, along with a couple of teams that we have here that we want to kind of feature. With Akangbo that you mentioned just a little bit earlier, they have 2 female players, and they were very, very high ranked. So,
Yeah.
you know, usually people say, you know, it's great to have female players, and it's hard to say that, you know, they've always been very, very successful. But this team is half of the team is female, but they've also been very successful. So I'm really excited to see what they can do today.
They've been really good. You know, Queen, DDE, and Oya,
Yeah.
they're on the left-hand side of your screen that you see there, are really strong players. So really excited, like you're saying, to see what they can bring to the table here today. Top as well does have a female player here today. So this is really fun, man. We've gotten to see you know, a great mix of teams and players here at this event so far.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see the diversity more in here for New State because it's very accessible to anybody that wants to try out this game and really feel like they can have a chance to become really good at this game. That makes it more fun and more enjoyable to play the game as well. So I'm really excited to see all these teams here. Of course, we know very little about them other than Veronica 7, as you mentioned, does have that establishment that probably will give them an edge in some areas. So really excited to see them get to game 1, especially where that circle will start off. We were very much centralized around the western side, more so yesterday. Well, we go to the eastern side or the northern side that we haven't really tipped off at yesterday's matches.
Yeah, so we're playing in what's called VR Extreme mode. You'll see this in just a second, guys. It's the first day here for Stage B through Stage B. We move on. 8 games today. Once again, top 2 teams come through and go directly to the finals. 2 teams at least below that will go to the wild card, and then we just see how it all shakes out from there. But you have to kind of adapt on the fly, Joel.
Yeah, while this seems like a typical blue zone that you might have seen from other PUBG games, this is very different in the sense that VR Extreme can go onto this blue zone that's established by the first circle, just die in 30 seconds. There's no mercy on that whatsoever, and we do have a new circle that we haven't seen from yesterday. We do have Verm. This is one of my favorite spots to go to because they have very, very large buildings, clusters of large buildings, and the loot here is insane. And so a lot of people go here for the loot, but some people do invade it because it's so extreme on the corners. In terms of when you want to go for the next circle, you have to travel typically pretty far to get to the next area. But it does seem like PGS is the team that went all over to Vermont, but not many teams around them at the moment. And a lot of people did go over to the central part of the map around the mall, and we see already with PGS here with Vermont. And wait, oh, PGS split.
Yeah, I was just looking at that on the map.
Yeah,
That
so
one member here split
one member?
way out.
Yeah, Ricey from PGS.
Top already getting some decent damage there. Thrown down with the AK. Spraying through. I think is he just grabbing a car and gonna loot Romano by himself? And even the phase 2 circles over on his circle. Yeah, man, like, hey,
If it works, I mean,
you're rich, get richer, right?
no one's around him. That's the great part about it because Vermont has a lot of competition that's around. It's actually a very popular area to go to. Yeah, but Ricey, we see from the minimap that you guys can't see at the moment, Ricey just rapidly goes 9 cars.
Yeah, he's kind of in an awkward spot. So from time to time, I do see him try these kind of mixed battle royales, and usually it's like an information gathering, like hedging your bets kind of thing, like saying, okay, maybe if we have one player that can get here early and establish a position, and then the rest of us can find a safe path to get to him because he's already in a safe spot, maybe we can make something like that.
Yeah, and if I do remember correctly, they were one of the highest seeds. Individually skilled, I think they've already proven that.
ਬੇਪਰਵਾਹ ਦੇ ਚਿਹਰੇ ਨੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਛੱਡੀਆਂ ਬੇਪਰਵਾਹੀਆਂ ਨੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਗਲ ਚੋਂ ਲਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰਦੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਹੱਥੀ ਗਾਨੀਆਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ ਨੀ ਛੱਡ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਹੁਣ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਰ ਆਈਆਂ ਨੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਗਲ ਚੋਂ ਲਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰਦੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਹੱਥੀ ਗਾਨੀਆਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ ਨੀ ਛੱਡ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਹੁਣ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਰ ਆਈਆਂ ਨੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਗਲ ਚੋਂ ਲਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰਦੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਹੱਥੀ ਗਾਨੀਆਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ ਨੀ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਦਾ ਰੰਗ ਕਿਉਂ ਲਾਲ ਤੇਰੇ ਰੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਦਾ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਹਜੇ ਵੀ ਦੱਸ ਦੇ ਜੇ ਕਿੱਸਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਬੁਣੇ ਜਾਲ ਦਾ ਸੱਚ ਜਾਣੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਦੀ ਲਾਲੀ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਲਾਲੀਆਂ ਡਾਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਗਲ ਚੋਂ ਲਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰਦੀ ਏ ਜੋ ਹੱਥੀਂ ਗਾਨੀਆਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਛੱਡ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਹੁਣ